Okay. 9. Hello, it is me, SRGTsilent. I have returned for another run from another dimension. Actually, I was just in my house. So this is Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. We'll be running New Game Plus, which means we have all the missions unlocked and a bunch of extra equipment, which I'll talk about as it comes up. But as usual with me, we will hop directly into the run, and it's gonna start once I push X to start this mission. So that'll be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so the first stage of Peace Walker is just going to be a tutorial. It's going to teach us how to do CQC, how to play as Snake, how to do a whole bunch of things. We don't care about any of that. We're going to skip all of it as soon as we can. Those of you who have heard of Peace Walker before will know this was actually released on the PlayStation Portable originally. But this is the PlayStation 3 version. So, thank you, Python, for the good luck on the doorknobs. This is the PlayStation 3 version. What's unique about the PS3 version is I can use a controller. It was kinda fixed in terms of resolution, and it's smoother. And I mean, if you prefer PlayStation over PSP, you have that going for you. So this is the first mission. All we need to do is throw a grenade to blast this gate open, and then it's going to be more cutscenes. A lot of the start is exposition, and we can't adjust Snake's loadout or anything here. So what he starts with is what we're stuck with. The basic premise of this game is Snake is approached by a professor and a girl who claim to be a student and teacher at the, I think it's called the Institute of Peace in Costa Rica. And they both claim to be representatives of peace, but, well, suffice to say, that's not really true for either of them, and you'll see that later. So the fastest form of movement in this game, at current, is to just run. If we get to a slope, you want to roll up slopes for now. Once we get an item in the next mission, you'll see there's a slightly more enjoyable, significantly faster form of movement. All this mission is take that first guard out, and then this guard, shoot him in the body, go around him. That tricks him into not looking at you. And then you can simply walk up these stairs, and you want to walk up them because it gets a better cycle for this guard. And then you can just roll through the trigger. A big thing we're going to be avoiding is alerts whenever possible. Because for a majority of missions, not all of them, but a large chunk of them, if we have a alert or a evasion or sometimes even a caution, it is impossible to leave. So we're going to need to avoid those as often as possible. Thankfully, on New Game Plus, we have so much unique stuff to our advantage that we won't even be playing as Snake, let alone worrying about being caught. And I'll show you what I mean once I load the next mission up. In the meantime, anytime you have a cutscene coming up with a QTE in it, like this one is R1, mash triangle, R1, R1, it is impossible to skip the QTE until after, skip the cutscene until after a certain point has hit, which is roughly the start of the next cutscene. So that's mission 1. Not getting an alert at the second room was the good part. The rest of this, if you've played this casually, you'll know it's like a lot of missions, kind of similar to MGS5, but we don't have any of the special prep since this is New Game Plus. It's literally just skip cutscenes, start next mission, go into mission. Oh, that was a bad one. Sorry. I'm dying slowly. So you'll notice I'm not playing Snake. Snake is actually pretty slow in this game. So we're not going to play him very often, if ever. Oops, I got turned around because my camera got stuck on a wall. And we're going to use our trusty box to do something called box boosting. So what the box lets us do is if we push R1 while we are inside of it, we use some of our stamina on the bottom left. And that allows us to essentially do a burst. And that burst can run over guards and do quite a few interesting things. You also see me here using stealth camouflage. So, in a lot of Metal Gear games, stealth is typically frowned upon. But in Peace Walker, we actually allow it. And the advantage to stealth camouflage is exactly what you see here. I don't have to worry about these guys seeing me in any capacity because I have stealth. And don't worry about the floating gun. The floating gun has nothing to do with nobody. They don't see it. They don't need to see it. I'm invisible, and that's what matters. Trust me, they can't see the gun. So that's 2 missions down. The point of that mission was to find the local forces commander. So we went to where they were hiding out, and then we successfully took out a search unit that was looking for them. And by freeing them, they're now going to talk to us. But before they can talk to us, these vehicles called kidnappers, and we will be seeing a lot of kidnappers, are gonna show up. And these kidnappers actually have a source where they all come from, which is a slightly bigger kidnapper. This game takes place after MGS3 and before MGS5. No, not Peace Walker. They come from this thing, Chrysalis. Unless you were making a joke about lyrics, in which case I see what you did there. Good job, Butterbean. VIP that man. That's from my mistake. Yes, they're called kidnappers. So, now that we've successfully taken them out, we're gonna move into the mission. They grabbed Amanda and ran off with her. And now we need to find where they took her to successfully bring her back to our base of operations. But now the enemy knows we're here, so we need to either deal with this group or leave. And we're going to do that. We're going to get on our trusty Bambalamps, and we're going to leave. Because we have nothing better to do than run away. Fighting those guys is not only slow, but it makes us go through another area with even more guards. That's even less enjoyable to do. If we go this way, it's merely 2 guards. And then the irony of being a box ambulance is what's about to happen here. And I'm sorry, but we have other people to deal with. So we're gonna move on and ignore that guy we may have just ran over. Yep, bye. Sorry, this ambulance is in use. We do not have a vacancy for you. So there's actually a couple kinds of boxes. You can use rescue boxes, love boxes. Love box is exactly what it sounds like. You can look it up yourself if you'd like to see what love boxes are used for in this game. But this file is set up for co-op as well as single player, and the rescue box is actually better in co-op because it allows you to revive your teammates. There's quite a lot of gear in this game that you won't be seeing because as a speedrun, I only set up the minimal amount of what I want or need at any given time. Bees. There are no bees in this game, sadly. Alright, so we're gonna walk towards a vehicle here, and in this cutscene, okay, not this cutscene, the next cutscene, you're gonna see, even though I don't have an M16 in my hands, an M16 is going to magically appear. It'll be much harder in this cutscene, but later when we fight a tank, it will be exceptionally obvious to you. Imagine doing New Game Plus and not using bees. So this game lets you store different loadouts to different types of armor. So that's our sexy dude. We're gonna actually swap from swim trunks to naked. And on naked, we have a different loadout. And the advantage to this naked loadout, as opposed to the swim trunk, is we can hold 2 weapons. And both of those weapons on this loadout are rocket launchers. So we're gonna go for a one-shot here. Hopefully I get it, and I'm not ashamed. Hey, we got the one shot. So if you hit the APC directly on the side by the fuel tank, you will do 100% of its health in a single hit. Show my loadouts of bees? Alright, I'll tell you what, Butter. After this, I will try to find bees in this game for you. So, the reason we came here is because this kidnapper has Amanda. It's trying to take her away, and she's trying to cut this wire to stop it. We have an option to shoot Chrysalis or the kidnapper. We're gonna shoot the kidnapper because Chrysalis just dodges and loses time. But in the meantime, Amanda's gonna fall. And, just a little bump. Nothing major, it's just a small bump. And then, now she's officially been rescued. She has a broken leg, but we don't care. This is New Game Plus. Technically, we already have Amanda, and she's healed. So, no broken leg. It's instantly fixed. Now her spine survived. Just her leg. Just her leg broke. She landed on it. Landed on it a little bad. Small bump. So, the thing is, for a majority of missions, we actually want to swap back. And the reason is because in this game, your movement speed is determined by which outfit you're using. So when I'm in a swimsuit, I am actually lightning speed. When I'm in even so little as naked, which the fatigue set is called naked, just so you guys don't get confused. I move slower. And we'll also see a set of full fatigues and a set of heavy armor as well, which the speed at that point will be notably slower.
Better be careful if you don't want your head blown off.
So what I'm doing there is I'm holding guards up. And the advantage to that is, in this game, when you hold a guard up, they are held up for the rest of their lives. As far as I'm concerned, even after leaving the mission, that guard remains held up forever until someone finds him. So we have 3 blue doors here. We have to look at all of them to find someone named Chico, who, during the MGS5 run, you may have noticed was not in the game. We don't need to talk about Chico in MGS5 because he's here and we just found him. He's at the second door. That is pretty typical. He can be at one of 3 spots, so the second door is not bad, but it's not good. Yes, Colia. Chico 2. How many bees I cover my body? Dude, this is not MGS3 and I am not the pain. Relax. Alright, so now we're gonna head into Jungle Train. So basically Chico said, hey, the thing that you're looking for, the monster, is being moved by train. And the train is probably heading over to this spot. So now we're going to follow it. And we're going to set a box down at this wall, get on it, and then roll over it, picking up a new love box. And that lets us skip going south to that other room, and it saves a little bit of time. This is a love box. Unfortunately, this box is only level 1, whereas my main one is 5. So if I smack into someone, that person is going to break my box. So I really want to keep the box as long as I have... I believe this is the game where it started using physique. No, MGS4 came before this. MGS4 is where they started using physique instead of stamina. So I want to keep this box for as long as I can. And hopefully I won't die. And by hopefully I mean I won't die. Don't worry about it. I just now have an alert. But this room, or this mission, I can actually end during an alert. And because he never got on the radio and said anything about hostiles, the backup unit that's going to spawn in this mission is going to give me a really good pattern and will not interrupt me. And I'll be able to just run through this room perfectly fine. I'm gonna roll over this railing because steps are arbitrarily slow. I said so. And we're gonna exit the level. Loud grunting. You like MGS Spood runes? I don't know, man. So that cutscene, that's the one I was talking about, where the M16 just kind of into existence. So now we have to do a small fight here. We're gonna tell all of these guys that we absolutely do not care about their livelihood because we can. So this mission doesn't actually transfer until all of the guys are asleep or dead. And I only have a lethal weapon because it holds more ammo and fires faster than a non-lethal weapon. So I'm just going to take them all out. We're not going for S ranks. We don't need fancy ranks. We just need to get through the game. So we're coming up on a tank. And this tank is going to be very similar to what we just saw with the LAV. It's just, you know, a tank this time. But because it's a tank, it actually isn't going to die in one hit. It's going to take, I think it takes 3 hits. Maybe 4. Let's rock. Either way, it's going to die. Runner is bad gamer? Oh, no. Did you know you could play Metal Gear Solid while killing people? Don't tell anyone, though. It's a secret. I gotta fire my shot somehow. So we're gonna walk out to this tank, swap to my secondary rocket launcher, the M202. And the cool thing about the M202 is it stores 4 rockets at a time. And because it stores 4 rockets, I don't have to reload the M47. And I can unload into it relatively quickly. Here I go killing again. Exactly. Every time I run this game, innocent soldiers' lives are lost. But unfortunately, the alternative to if I captured them instead, my mother base is absolutely jam-packed full of soldiers. If I brought anyone to my base, I would have to go into a menu, tell Snake which ones to fire, and he would literally say to them, "You're fired," and he would kick them off of an oil rig in the middle of the ocean with nowhere to go. What do you prefer? There's an easy way and a hard way to do this.
It's in the village where they were holding each other.
Alright, good. He didn't hear me. Alright, so on this mission, after we took the tank out, it turns out that we have to go north across this canyon to a mountain base where, because the train offloaded its cargo onto a truck, which headed to the mountains. So that's where we are going, and we will need to successfully drink our mate tea. Stay hydrated, everyone. Remember that water and tea are the most essential things. I'm in an ambulance. I know what I'm talking about. I've never committed hit and run. Trust me, I'm a doctor in a bikini. Well, not a bikini, but you know what I mean. I'm a doctor.
The gates on the northwest side of the
Drink your tea, people.
Cut across the camp to get there.
So, this mission makes you think you're supposed to blow that wall up by putting C4 on it, but instead we just put C4 near it and then run into that corner, and the game didn't extend the explosive radius of the gate over to that corner. And because of that, we can just sit in that corner, blow that gate up, and leave. Dr. Man Buns. Exactly. Next time I go to swap my my gear, you'll see what my name is. I believe it's Hair. I did not hear that bang, Python. Sorry. Maybe next time he comes through, they'll catch it. Alright, so the goal of that mission was just we needed to develop C4. In the normal gameplay, you actually don't have C4. And the whole point is for you to find how to make C4, what you're actually given it. And then you need to get enough guys to make C4. Once you have that, and the C4 is developed, you can blow open that barricade. And, oh, where's my box? You can blow open that barricade, which is a mandatory story to progress, because we can't get past it until that barricade is gone. If we did not have C4 in our loadout, we actually would not have been able to start that mission. So each of our loadouts needs to be carefully... Oh, I can just go. Each of our loadouts needs to be carefully crafted to make sure that we already have everything in it we will need for every single mission to minimize the amount of time menuing here. So we're heading into... this is the crater base. In a new game run, what you would do here is you'd actually go to the wrong truck, and the it's because I'm box boosting and I'm a mad lad.
I just heard footsteps.
You'd actually go to the wrong truck in a new game, and the reason for that is because Mr. Kojima is in this game. On New Game Plus, I don't actually think we can rescue Kojima. I don't know if he exists in a New Game Plus file. I'm not gonna look, but I will potentially find that out at some point. But we know which truck to go to. It's always the same truck. So Snake is a genius. He instantly opens the back and knows that it has warm exhaust and has already been unloaded. He's just a mechanical genius. So now our goal is to find what happened to the shipment. And in trying to leave, we watch a guy in a wheelchair get kicked down some steps, and then are attacked by a giant tank. So there's a character in this game who has decided that she is obsessed with the boss. She wants to know everything about the boss, who the boss was, why the boss did the things she did she die for her country, or was she a traitor, yada yada yada, lots of things about the boss. She developed a AI pod that uses the boss's intelligence, while the guy in the wheelchair, as we know as Huey Emmerich from the MGS5 run, developed the body parts that we are about to shoot. So this is Pupa. The whole game is a metaphor for butterflies, as is the boss. And Pupa is, as you know from biology, hopefully, the first stage of the butterfly's eventual birth. So for every boss fight, after you break the boss,
the black memory board.
you have to shoot the AI pod to damage it, and that lets you blow open the hatch. And then the way the game is intended to do is a lot of misinformation on the internet, but basically any parts you broke on the outside will unlock circuitry boards, and anytime you shot the pod will break circuitry boards. So you're supposed to collect these things so we can build our own AI pod. And throughout the run, if I see people shouting numbers, I will be willing to pull things out, because why not? It's something to do. Normally, we'll just be sitting here for a minute. And this is going to happen quite a few times. But yeah, they're basically to improve our own AI, which you will be seeing our personalized mech later. The Metal Gear in this game. I won't spoil anything, but I will keep it short for you guys. This game has 2 endings, and pull 6. There's a lot of delay, guys. So I was telling you that for next time, because I was unfortunately too slow this time. But I will do my best to pull 6 if it shows up. I promise you. Yeah, I won't spoil it, but this game has 2 endings, and I'd be willing to bet if some of you have played this game before, you did not know there was a second ending. You beat the first ending and were like, oh, okay, cool game. You saw the credits and you moved on after you beat Peace Walker. Well, there's more, and that's what this run's gonna show you. This run is going to show you just what else there is. And if I sound upset and disappointed that I'm going to show you that, yeah. You could be on world record pace for this game, and you get to the final 6 missions and the game decides, hey, guess what? No. It's fun. So you'll notice I actually didn't change fatigues there, even though this isn't a boss, because this game has a weird habit of putting ridiculously short missions in. So for this mission, all we have to do is box boost across 2 rooms. Alright, I'll do that. I'll do that, Python. And unless I'm on like exceptionally good pace, I will do that, Python. So that's it. That's this entire mission. All you do is box boost through 2 rooms and you get to this room. So this is a boss fight, and anyone who's ever played this game casually and tries to successfully S-rank this mission by collecting all of the soldiers without getting an alert, or anyone who's sped run this game before on New Game, will tell you just how enjoyable this upcoming boss is. So I'm gonna show you all how a New Game Plus run deals with the chopper. So mission is gonna start, and after skipping a cutscene, we're going to immediately head to the right, because that is the first chance we get to look at the chopper. Once we have the chopper in our sights, M47, reload the M47. Second M47, don't even lock on. M202, M202, and it's donezo, dude. It's fine. That's how New Game Plus deals with the chopper. All of the New Game Plus runners, currently active runners, have played at least 1 run of New Game, and we enjoy that mission because that is the way we enact our anger at that mission. It's truly relieving. Trust me when I say that. We get enjoyment out of watching that helicopter go down. So this mission requires HD or ID card H, which we put in our swimsuit loadout. So we have to swap back to that. Again, if we did not have that, we would actually not be able to start this mission. So another thing is that these maps, they introduce snipers, and on top of that, they make it so that you actually can't finish this level if you have an alert on. So we need to make sure we don't have an alert, but that sniper there is actually not a very good sniper. He did not pass vision school, so we were able to box boost right past him in our very loud Bambalamps. And I will continue to call it Bambalamps. I do not apologize, because every time I see it and then I hit someone, I start singing, whoa, as my voice dies. I start singing, whoa, Black Betty, Bambalamps. Vision school. So that was Cecile. You have an option to look at her in her underwear, but we're gonna skip the cutscene and save this channel from being or from violating TOS, because we're great people and I really appreciate Shots Fired and everything they've done for the shooter community. A lot of these games are actually underrepresented in some of the larger marathons. So it's a really good thing to be here, and I want this marathon to keep going. And I genuinely mean that. So it turns out the ID card Huey gave us, which is what IDH was, is actually wrong. Huey's been locked out of this lab. And because Huey's been locked out of this lab, we have to go find another ID card to get in. Have I seen just chatting? It's fine. We have to go find another ID card. And for some reason, a lesser guard has it. Now, this card actually stands out because he's in an orange coat. And the orange coat's going to make him super easy to find. The problem is that he can be in one of 3 rooms, and we don't know which room he's going to be in. So, we're going to check each room and see which one he spawns in. Pray for waterfall, because it's a 33% chance. We already got second door Chico, so we will see what happens with orange, I believe he's called Naruto by the community. We are a loving community and wholly respect all enemy soldiers in every Metal Gear game. There will be no abuse of soldiers in future Metal Gear games. We cannot promise that, and I do not represent the community with that statement. Why Naruto? Because he is orange and he runs around randomly. Also, I cannot kill him. I must hold him up or trank him. If I kill him or Fulton him, which you won't see any Fultons until later, when I get a cannon. Spoilers. Oops, sorry. Then he won't spawn. And that guard right there is where he would have been. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. So we are going to continue casually box boosting from the waterfall further into the level to see if we can find him in Salva de Leche Hillside. I apologize, my Latin American Spanish is terrible. Mainly because I don't know Latin American Spanish at all. And my RNG is also terrible, mainly because this game is Peace Walker. I meant that. I meant that too. So, unfortunately, that means that the guy is in the third room. The third room spawn is about 3/4 of the way through the room, but there's not a guard that's gonna see us. So all we have to do is hold him up, come over to him and pat him
Snake,
to get this ID card. And because he did that to us, I'm mad at him. But he doesn't need to he doesn't need to pay that much. So at this point, getting a alert would be extremely bad. Getting an alert would be really bad because you can't exit this mission during any kind of alert. So I'm going to play it safe and stay stealthed and just run all the way back. Even though it's not box boosting, box boosting I think saves. If you could if these rooms were flat, you'd probably save like 2 to 3 seconds a room max. It's very notable, but it's not notable enough to be worth throwing your entire run away because you accidentally triggered an alert. So, yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry. There's enough in this game that we don't need to worry about this. That we don't need to worry about being seen as a Bambalamps. And we are one heck of a Bambalamps. We bam everybody. Bonk, bam, boom, bam. The 5 bams of box boosting. You know how there was dip, dodge, duck, dive, and dodge? There's bam, bim, boosh, bam, and bagoosh. That's the art of box boost school. They teach you that when you learn how to run Peace Walker. So we're rolling up these steps because that's faster than crouching to keep our movement speed. Since when you crouch, you actually do move at the normal speed. So we're coming up on a QTE here. Well, not yet, not yet. We have a little bit. No badoofing? We can make one of them badoofing. What am I hearing? You're hearing about the legendary Big Bam Boom Badoof Box Boost Bam Balam. Alright, so none of these matter. Shout your numbers out. There's a bit of delay, I know, but I will pull what I can for funsies. And then after this, there will be a interactive cutscene. All of the MGS3 fans can get mad. I won't defend the cutscene, but I am going to need to be quiet and focus on what I'm doing, because if I mess this cutscene up, I will lose more time than I would like to. Alright, this is the last one I can pull, guys. Thank you for your numbers. You will get another chance to do that later. Alright, so I need to be quiet and make sure I do this cutscene correctly. You might hear my TV because I'm turning it up a little bit for audio prompts.
I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
Again, I apologize if you hear it twice.
There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And this is the hardest input.
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission.
Oh, I hit it too early. That's unfortunate.
As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
All right, we're good though.
That's the way a soldier's
That won't happen
supposed to
again.
think.
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission.
So the reason that is so difficult is because after you push the left input, the R1 input follows it instantly.
You can't come with us.
I think every Peace Walker runner will willingly admit they use notes for that QTE. I have notes up. I'm not above that. That QTE is long, and those inputs need put in very, very quick. As you saw, it rewinded a little bit. If I had missed more, it would have rewinded even further back. So one mistake on that QTE, especially at the end, the hard prompt, is not that bad. But thankfully with that done, we don't need any more notes. And we're done the hard part. So now we're moving on to the second stage of the butterfly.
Let's rock.
Be ready to get your numbers ready. What numbers show up is random, but if I see the number, I will pull it, as last time. I'm warning you ahead of time to make up for the first one. So this boss is a flying boss. It's really obnoxious. It's really annoying. It has a ray dome so that we can't shoot it with rockets. We have this thing called a chaff grenade. Chaff grenades are kind of broken because now its ray dome doesn't work. And if its ray dome doesn't work, it can't dodge rockets. And if it can't dodge rockets, it's going to eat 3 rockets and the fight's going to end. So now Chrysalis will land at one of 2 spots. We got the better spawn. She can land here or down there. The fact that she landed up here is a little bit faster because her landing time is much better. Alright, just so you guys know, if you push the numbers up, I can't scroll, so be careful with scrolling the numbers off screen if you want that number pulled. Oops, I die. Alright, so I'll look and see what we got. 46, 18, 49. Do we got a 46? Oh, we have a 46 and it's yellow. Do we have an 18? Most of the things here are yellow. They look like they're all 20s, 40s, and 30s. 42, 49. Let's see if either of those are here. I don't see. There's a 42. I'll grab that for you. 28. Do I see a 28? There it is. There's your 28.
You can tell what a memory board does by looking at its color when it lights up.
I think we got time for like one more if I can see it. 41. 41. There it is. I got you, fam. I missed 49? No, I got 49. Oh, there's 2 49s. There was 2 49s. You guys get a double dose of 49. Awesome. Thank you for the numbers. You will be allowed to do that one more time throughout this run. So now we're going to watch it explode. We actually can't skip these explosion cutscenes for some reason. I did. And you know what's even better? So you can do... Oh, thank you, Python. I appreciate you explaining that for me. Yeah, and each body part gives a different thing. So when I shoot the head, I get sense. If I shoot a gun, I get attack. If I shoot the core body, I get control. And if I shoot the wings or feet or boosters, I get mobility. So that's how you unlock these things. But yeah, you can actually kill Chrysalis in only 2 shots. But your first shot needs to successfully contact the pod. If your first shot misses the pod, you're not gonna be able to 2-shot it. Just because the pod takes like 1.2 times as much damage, I think. I don't know the actual number. That's probably a heck of a ballpark, but that's what it is. Alright. So, we're at the mine base. This is another example of I didn't change my armor, or my fatigues, because, bam! The lance. Oh, Black Betty. Because there's no need to. This mission is one room, and that was the whole mission. Hopefully you enjoyed that. This has been the Bamba Lamps visiting your mine base. That guard may need a Bamba Lamps, but I'm sure the next runner will deal with that. I can't be bothered. So we're coming up on kind of a boss fight. It's called Eliminate the Guards, and you're finally going to see what fatigues look like in this game. Did I find any diamonds? So I have 2 fatigue options. I can do Snake, but for the sake of this marathon, I will do the... Why did I go to Mother Base? Time loss. If you mash X, you go to Mother Base. Big think. Don't push X. You can pick between 2 fatigues. Instead of doing Snake, I'm gonna celebrate and do Pink for the marathon. I did not find diamonds, Python, sadly. I'll look for diamonds next time, though. So now we are Pink. Pink offers the exact same things, except it has much worse camouflage. And we're going to try to snipe these guards with an M202 rocket. Unfortunately, not a single guard got hit. If you look on the right side, you'll actually notice that I have infinite ammo for my rocket launcher. And the reason for that is because I have something called the bandana. And what the bandana does in this game is it gives you infinite ammo for all of your weapons that you can equip. And it also allows, and the way you earn it is by S ranking a mission later called Peace Walker Custom. So the way that this game was made by, or not made, the people who made Monster Hunter, aka Capcom, heavily influenced this game. A division of this game was actually programmed by the Capcom, or I think inspired by a Capcom team, and I think that Konami was so impressed that they decided that every boss in this game should pretend it's a monster from Monster Hunter and make you fight it. So every boss has a personality, every boss has its own things, and some of them will even roar at you, even though they're a machine. How did you live, sir? Dude, please. So you can see how many enemies I have left up in the top left corner up there. I have 10. We know where these waves are going to come from. Thankfully, it's scripted as long as you are consistent. Nirgi? Nah. So it's actually based off of Monster Hunter 3rd, Freedom Unite. It's based off of Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, which was inspired by Monster Hunter 3rd and Freedom Unite. So if you guys played Freedom Unite, or like I said, Portable 3rd, and that's the last time I'll repeat that name, you will realize just what these monsters are like. So use that as your knowledge base for some future bosses that will show up. There is actual monsters in this game. If you did not know that, Tigrex is in this game, Rathalos is in this game, and there's a special secret monster that exists only in Peace Walker. It is not in any other Monster Hunter game. If you would like to look that up, I'll let you. Otherwise, I will not spoil it, because some people like to learn that stuff on their own. You should look up how to unlock the Monster Hunter missions if you never knew they were in here. Oh god, what have I done? Chat's going all a-woo on me, and I feel like I messed up.
I love the beach. Let's rock.
Alright, I'll spoil it if I see at least 4 people telling me to spoil it. So yeah, this is Cocoon. This is the next stage of evolution. Cocoon is a large tank with a big gun that is very fast, and they somehow built it. I don't know how this thing was built. I don't know how it exists, but it does, and it's going to sing creepy music to us. Alright, that's 4 people. So, the other Monster Hunter fight is called Gear Rex. If you look up Gear Rex, you will see exactly what that monster looks like, and I personally believe the fight is a load of trash. They did good. It pays really good homage. The fight sucks. It's not a fun fight. Also, get your numbers queued up. We will be able to see numbers again here. Oh yeah? Go speedrun S rank on the mother base one, Python. Alright, so we do not have a wide selection of numbers for this one. These are the numbers you have available. But, honest to God, Gear X is extremely well designed.
Any boards you remove can be used to build our own AI weapons.
36?
Memory boards have
No 36, sir.
according to the icons displayed over.
78.
Go ahead, take whichever
We
one
do
you
have a
want.
78. I
If
can
you
do that
attack
one for
parts
you.
on the exterior of the machine, the memory boards that control those parts should light up. You can
I see a
tell what
7,
memory board
a
does by
51.
looking at its
I can do
color when it
51. I
lights
do
up.
not see a 7, sir. 37. Do I see a 37? I do see a 37. No 51 though. 37. Yeah, we are out of time. Thank you for your numbers. Thank you everyone who participated in the Watch Sergeant draw numbers from a board for a minute. We will not be seeing that anymore. I actually do not know if we got a bingo. Did chat successfully get a bingo? Can someone check that on an official bingo card? We may have drawn a bingo. I believe Bambalam 81 was just called. We may have a bingo. So, now we've successfully taken care of Cocoon. And we are heading into the underground base. This mission is pretty much just going to be box boost to the end. However, there is an interesting piece of tech. And by tech, I mean this game not liking you. Later in this level that we're about to enter, there'll be a door that I have to push triangle rapidly in order to open. And for some reason on the PlayStation 3 port, certain missions where you need to tap triangle to open a door, the triangle button just doesn't, I don't know if it doesn't register or if the game decides that you need to push it at a godlike speed because the door has a chance to just not open. I've never seen it happen on this story mission, but if it does happen, you will see the door slam shut on me and I will go flying back. If it also if it happens, I we'll just have to keep trying until it works. So let's hope it doesn't. At this point, we don't care if we get an alert in this room, because the next room will instantly... Aw, he broke my box. The next room would instantly cancel any alert we got, but it's fine. Some sweater and prune juice? That sounds disgusting. Who would drink sweater juice?
Who's that?
Ooh! I looked away and almost got bonked. So this is the gate that I'm gonna open.
Footsteps.
Maybe a little elbow grease will
I
get
am
you
pushing
shut up.
triangle. If you push any button other than triangle, including a direction on the analog stick,
It's a straight shot to
you will fail that QTE. So now we're going to go into a cutscene, and if you succeed at this cutscene, what ends up happening is you grab the ID card from the scientist Strangelove, and it lets you get out of this next mission faster, but successfully completing that QTE is significantly longer than it takes to escape from prison correctly. Speaking of prison, this next mission is torture and prison. So if you've ever played Metal Gear, or you know any of the tropes of Metal Gear, then you know full well they all have a prison. And they all have a torture escape. This mission's torture escape is right now. So this is the this is the English version. In the English version, you actually hear Snake make this noise. In the Japanese version, which we have a runner who does play on the Japanese version, this is actually censored. And Python will have to tell me who voiced Snake, because I do not know the Japanese voice actors for Snake. But he did not make this noise. He made a very different, distinct noise that I highly suggest you check out on a speed run. Or just casual playthrough of the Japanese version to see just what exactly they Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3. Is shots fired back at it? Should be fixed here. Awesome. Apologies for that, everyone. My internet decided it wasn't having it right there. It happens. I'm not that upset. We're gonna keep this run going here. Alrighty. So to keep the train rolling, we have successfully finished torture. And we are now going to walk up to this mirror and pull out a suture, which turns out to be a jigsaw. And we are going to successfully escape from this jail cell. So we have a very important visual cue for when we can start doing this. And we also want to watch that guard, because what that guard does will determine how we have to react. There's actually a couple ways this can go, and it looks like we're not going to get a good one, so I'm going to have to react accordingly. He's going to turn and look at me almost instantly. And he did not. So there's two types of CQC in this game. There's moving CQC and there's standing still CQC. What you just saw there was standing still CQC. And what standing still CQC does is it lets me grab him and then chuck him against a wall. And that wall chuck... is this gonna be bad? No, it's not. Oh no. Yeah, no. Okay, we can't recover that. That's bad. And what a standing still CQC does is it lets us throw the guy at the wall and instantly knock him out. And that is a required strat to get through this. If you just if all you do is throw him from a moving CQC, the other guard that was behind will actually see him or see you, and that will trigger an alert. And all of these guards have either shotguns or assault rifles. We do not want that because guards with shotguns will do quite a lot of damage to us. It was actually faster to reset than attempt to get through that successfully and die. So take 2 on torture. See, this is what I thought would happen. I thought this guy would look at me like that, and I want him to come over here. Okay, he's not going to. So we're gonna do this a very interesting on the fly way, and to see what happens here. Hey, that's how you do torture escape. So that mission's not supposed to go like that. But that was a pretty good recovery. In my opinion, we made it work. We got out of there alive and not dead. That's the important part, not dying. Whoa, how did I just end up at eliminate the guards here? Alright, head for Peace Walker's hangar. So, it's been revealed that the, it's been revealed that the main big thing is called Peace Walker, and the enemy team is trying to launch a nuke, because the main villain here, as if you've watched a lot of YouTube commentary on Kojima and Death Stranding, this game is the game that features the legendary CIA villain, Hot Coldman. And Hot Coldman's plan is to make Peace Walker launch a real nuke in order to test the concept of nuclear deterrence and prove to the world that nuclear deterrence is actually not viable because people won't react to a nuke, but then everyone's going to be so scared that someone launched a nuke that they won't fire nukes anymore. So, it's an interesting plan. Very roundabout. Not sure if I agree with it. But, we'll take it. So, yeah. We made it through. If we get an alert in that mission, the gate will once again lower on us. And we'll have to pick it up during an alert, which we don't want. But, it's pretty easy to get through that without an alert triggering. Which is exactly what we did here. Alright. Kind of running out of things to talk about, so feel free to ask questions to keep the commentary rolling. There is a lot of downtime in this game, unfortunately, between just going into the next mission. And a lot of them are just going to be what it looks like. Go in, fight boss, kill boss, have fun. I'm very open to answering anything you guys would like to know. When's the boat auto-scroller? I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Kay. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you are, Peace Walker does not have a boat auto-scroller. It has its own terrible scene. As for your question there, Butter, I'm afraid if that issue persists for more than 4 hours, you should call your doctor. I believe that's an issue. After you kill Mother Brain during the escape sequence. So that was the first Peace Walker fight. If you let Peace Walker get away from you, that fight turns into a nightmare. And now, we're supposed to push triangle, but my favorite line of Miller's in the game happens if you don't push triangle. So, I'm not gonna push triangle for this part, because we all want to listen to Miller continually yell at us. I mean, the least I deserve is being yelled at after letting my stream lag on shots fired, for which, again, I do apologize for that. I don't know what happened. I'm glad it fixed itself, though. So, after this scene, we're going to be dealing with more missiles, and I want you guys to guess what Miller is going to tell us during that next set of missiles. I bet you can't figure it out. No one is going to know what Miller is going to yell at us during this scene. I will be shocked if someone gets this right. Did anyone guess push the triangle button as fast as you can? If you did, congratulations. You were right. He is going to continue to tell us to push the triangle button. Consider that. Miller is telling Snake, who is riding a horse while chasing a giant vehicle, to, quote, push the triangle button as fast as you can. What does he want Snake to do? Continue punching this horse in the head so it forms a triangle shape? Like, what is he trying to tell Snake to do? Someone explain this to me. I'm so confused what he wants from me. Oh, you don't even fail at a new game, Python. You don't have to push at all. You don't have to do a single input during that scene if you don't want to. So, yeah, Peace Walker got away. It went across Lake Nicaragua, I think is what it's called. So, now we have successfully infiltrated this base. And this is my personal scariest mission in the run. This is the franchise. Yes, you're right. You are right, Smarmadon. This is also the franchise where Otacon called Snake and said, Snake, oh yeah, we're on modern Blu-ray optical disc technology. There's no need to swap to the second disc. All the data's on one. MGS4 fans will appreciate that. Raise your hand if you didn't have a case to look at the codec for on the back. But yeah, this is Missile Base. This is the scariest level in the run for me personally. I'm gonna take it very safe and use stealth camo. There are box boost strats here, But if you get an alert in the first or the third room, you cannot finish this mission. And if you get an alert in the second room, you will have an alert in the third room, which makes this mission very, very scary.
Best to find another route.
Get a grip. I'm sorry, man. I will do my best. So I'm gonna shoot that to trigger a caution, which is gonna put guards in different cycles. Because there's three different cycles here. There is alert guards, caution guards, and normal guards. And I personally prefer caution guards because they are easier for me to handle. I know their behavior better. That does not imply that I normally get to this room with a caution. Do not interpret it that way. It's just I know caution better. Shut up. You don't know me. You run this game. I am tired. It is somehow 2 a.m. How is it 2 a.m.? Oh my god. I'm having fun. Hopefully you all are having fun. Python. So, if anyone doesn't know, Python also runs this game. He mainly runs New Game, but he is also able to field questions if anyone has any. So he's a very good resource for this game, and I highly suggest you hit him up if you're interested in learning about the run alongside me. So this is Control Tower. And this is, for some people, the scariest mission in the game. You saw I swapped to a very big, very bulky set of armor. Remember I said earlier, your movement speed is based on what armor you are wearing. I am in big, bulky, heavy armor. I'm gonna move very slow. So the reason that I'm wearing this super heavy armor is because I'm gonna be running through about 5 rooms of non-stop people shooting at me and combat, and the more armor you have, the better off I will be in terms of defense. So this room, or by being in this armor, at this cost of speed, I take very little damage. Which is good because by the time I get to the last room, even in this armor, I might be low on HP. Expect to see me use at least one healing item.
Your objective lies beyond the gate.
So there is a suit in this game called the Sneaking Suit, and I have been told that another Metal Gear runner named Jaguar King has decided to do this mission in the Sneaking Suit, which basically means you will die in 2 hits to like anything. That man is a legend. Shoutouts to him for doing that. I could turn invisible. The downside to turning invisible is, notice in the top left, I do not have an alert. Because this mission isn't based on an alert. Every single one of these enemies will know where I am, even if I was invisible. Oh, sick rocket dodge, dude. Everyone saw that. That was a glorious rocket dodge. Heal. Cannot compete with that top-notch rocket. Calculated. So I'm actually going to shoot that trespasser and annihilate most of those guards so they don't do damage to me, and use a chunk of my psych to run down this hallway in a box before I start getting unloaded on by these 2 enemies, which do way more damage than they should. He just bumped me. And I might get a rocket to the face now.
Take the elevator.
This, no. No. Safety heal, please. Okay. So, the goal of this room is to not listen to a song called Heaven's Divide. It's a good song. I'm not choosing to avoid it because I don't like it. I'm choosing to avoid it because if Heaven's Divide plays, it means I'm a slow speed runner. Ow, shotguns. He interrupted me as I was reloading. In this game, if you are interrupted while reloading, what will end up happening is, regardless of where you were in the reload animation, the reload will fail, and you will have to start over from the beginning in order to reload that weapon, whatever it is you were reloading. So we were hoping we wouldn't get shot and interrupt the M47, but unfortunately that is what happened. We got shot. Dude, why do you gotta be like, why do you gotta do that? Why do you gotta do that? Why do you gotta do that? So once everyone outside is done, this door opens and we can take out these guys on the inside. Hopefully that took care of anyone. If anyone has a skull over their head, then they are in a dying state, and the mission won't actually end until we deal with said dying state. But thankfully no one was in a dying state there. Alright, so that is pretty much the hardest mission in the game. From this point on, it's just gonna be RNG, dumb luck, and persistence that gets us through this. So we're coming up on everyone's favorite, least favorite boss, Peace Walker 2. And Peace Walker has a bunch of interesting interactions. The long and short of it is there's a bunch of HP gates on Peace Walker where it's scripted that you can't actually do past a certain HP option, and depending on which of those gates I hit, it is entirely possible that Peace Walker will do a whole bunch of random awful things, like being super nice and walking behind these silos or these warehouses to launch a nuke. So I have to kill in this mission. No non-lethal. You can in order to S rank a mission, you must complete it with no kills. So every mission with humans in it, you can successfully complete without a death or without killing someone. Okay, I thought we were gonna see Monster Hunter in this. Thankfully, we did not see the Monster Hunter roar. If we had, we might now. All right, we'll watch for the Monster Hunter roar. Yep, there it is. And Peace Walker was programmed by Capcom. That is how you know Peace Walker was programmed by Capcom. Because Peace Walker roars. I bet you guys did not know that machines were capable of roaring. So you'll notice that rocket didn't actually do a lot of damage. That's because we just hit an HP gate where Peace Walker is now going to do something called launching S-mines. And we're going to try to kill it in 2 hits, depending on how close she gets to us. Because launching S-mines is impossible to skip. So the fact that we did it in 2 shots and did not miss a rocket is really good. Alright. So, to make up... Or, not yet. I'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. They do, but do Rex and Ray's roar cause you to stagger in place? Like a monster from Monster Hunter? Big things. This is another AI pod, but this time it doesn't matter what numbers you guys tell me because I have to pull every number. So go ahead and have some fun and start shouting numbers because I promise you I will pull that number. If you can see that number here, it will be being pulled for this run.
There is no such thing, and never has been. And the reason is that our enemies are human beings like us.
Guys, there's no 69. I can't pull those numbers, guys. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, guys? I can't pull those numbers. I feel like I'm letting you down. 3.1415. Ooh, that's a good one. Alright. I bet you guys don't know what pi is because Peace Walker might be able to tell you what pi is. Guys. None of those are real numbers. What are you saying? You guys are saying things like -1 and 22.7. Those aren't real numbers, guys. Do you know what a number is? Numbers are things like 3. Like Python knows what a number is. Python's over here like pi. Pi is a number. Bread might also be a number. Bread might be a number. And how did I miss 16? Do I ever get to actually make a robot? Yes, I do indeed, Butter. I will explain how making a robot works when that screen pops up. But the long and short of it is that every time you beat a mech boss, if you do not damage a part, it has a chance to drop said physical part, be it a head, a leg, an arm, a sense, a radome, a railgun. And when these drop, you actually do go and make your own Metal Gear. And we'll actually be seeing that Metal Gear later.
Valid.
Your number is not real? Aw, Brady. I guess I could just... Hey, that mission was finished in 420. So yeah, that screen there tells you what parts you win. You win. It's like it's a lotto system. It actually is a lotto system. Everything in this game is RNG. It's a wonderful, beautiful game. Alright, so this is Peace Walker 3. Peace Walker, it's once again a big boss, but we're actually gonna go naked for this one because we are a brave, brave soul. So, I bet you I can beat Peace Walker 3 without taking any damage. In fact, not only am I going to take no damage, in order to make up for that big issue I had, I'm going to take no damage, deal no damage, and sexy walk the entire mission to the sunset. I will see you guys in 2 minutes while we sexy walk to victory. God, this would be a great time for the MGS2 main theme. That's now stuck in everyone's head, and I regret nothing. Enjoy this sexy boy on this sexy dock with this sexy walk. Alright, legit, I have nothing to say. This mission, you just have to sit here until it explodes. So, yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I hope you're all enjoying this. This is pretty close to the boat auto-scroller. This is the closest thing you'll get to the boat auto-scroller. Nope. I gotta do something? Okay, I'll do something. Alright. Peace. Dude, these invisible walls. This okay. Peace Walker. Okay. I'm touching it. I have touched the butt. I have laid C4 on the butt. Boom! Oh my god, I did something. Woo! No, this is not the one that gives you the bandana. This is a story mission. This is the one that gives you credits 1. So, we've beat Peace Walker! Yay! Credits are rolling! You thought. There's actually another ending to this game. So we have to skip all these cutscenes, which include things like the credits. Who puts credits in the middle of your game? So the bandana comes from Peace Walker Custom, which is a red version of that fight. Alright. So we're moving on to the next mission, and you'll notice that before I went into that mission naked, I actually put a item on called the Carl Gustav Fulton Launcher. And the reason I did that is because that guy at the beginning of the game who claimed to be a professor of peace is actually a Russian spy. So now we have to go find him because he has escaped from Mother Base. And this mission, he has 5 places he can hide, 2 in this room and 3 in another room. So we're hoping he spawns in this room. If he doesn't spawn in this room, it's gonna be slow. So that's his first spot. He's not there. That's his second spot. He's not there. Bad doorknob. So this is why doorknob is a literal freaking run killer, dude. He will take your run that is on world record pace and go, huh, you gotta be quicker than that. I'm not there. I'm in this room. Hey, boo-boo. A bamboo lamps. A bing, bam, boom. I ain't there. Have fun finding me next time. Whoop, 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 whoop. And Zoidberg out. I'm not even kidding. He does it. Those are all noises he makes. You don't believe me? Come play the game. Come play the game if you don't believe me. He's made every one of those noises, I swear. He's a jerk. So it's entirely RNG where he is gonna end up. Unfortunately, him not being in that room means that we have to take the slower approach of finding him in this room. But there are there's a couple places we can snipe for quick quick DiGiorno grabs if he's in them. So for instance, the first spot is that room, which he is not. Second spot is this room, which he is. So that's doorknob. And then once we find him, we have to take this exit goal.
Good job. Return to base.
This exit goal does not function if you are on anything higher than a caution. So if I accidentally get something higher than a caution in any mission other than the first one, or sorry, other than the third one, then I will not be able to end the mission until the caution ends, unfortunately. Now, it turns out that we found Zadornov, and somehow he's out again, so we have to go and find him again. This is some sick, twisted game of hide and seek. Not once, but twice. What a dude. Like, we are putting him in prison, and he is continually escaping. There has to be something here. So we didn't get the good spawn. Let's see if we get the second spawn. We did get the second spawn. There is a third spawn in that mission out on a porch that we saw at the very start of the game. But because he was at the second spawn, we didn't have to head all the way over there, which was very nice of him. Now, we're coming up on the next mission, which, spoiler alert, he escapes again! 3 times!
Kaz.
What? He's crazy! 3 times? We're coming up on the 3rd time, because somehow he keeps getting out. And this is actually the actual worst mission in the run. If you remember earlier, I had to find Naruto, the guard in orange, who was in one of 3 rooms at random. And each of those rooms was an additional room I had to run further into in order to find him. This mission is not only in the same place, but it has an extra room to the same mechanic. So now it's not just 3 random rooms he can be in. It's 4 rooms he can be in. He has 1 spot in each room he can be at. So we're hoping for him to be at the God spot, which is going to be on a tree immediately entering the waterfall. If he is on the waterfall tree, you do not have to see any more of this mission. Consider yourself happy. If he is not on this waterfall tree, odds are he's in the last room because he hates you. He probably heard the ambulance coming and isn't having it. Yep, so he's not on the tree. That means we're going further into the level. So now we have to actually look at the spots he would sit at. This room is probably his least likely spawn point, which is really unfortunate because it's the 2nd room we enter. If he's gonna be here, it'll be... Oh, he's there! That's the 2nd time I've ever seen him spawn there. It's so rare I actually don't know where the goal is. I've legit only seen that like twice. He never goes to that spot. 2 spots, 2 rooms, that's not bad. Could be worse. Could be better. And yes, what Fade said is true. For a new game playthrough, you actually need to do 2 missions through all of them. Except for, the final mission in order to get it to unlock. And we're not going to do the final mission. Technically, it's SRGTsilent. It's really unique. In order to actually unlock that one, you have to do a load of extra ops to get, so you can get the final fight. But it turns out that, he escaped again! What is that, 4 times? 4 times? Someone has to be helping Zadornov. Does anyone have any idea who could be helping Zadornov? Because I don't. This is insane. There's an inside job at Mother Base, guys. There has to be. But who could possibly be helping him at this point? I have no idea, but I can assure you I'm not the one who's helping him because I just want the man to leave. But he keeps purposely getting out so we can play hide and seek with him. So, not only is Zornob sick and twisted with his constant games of escapism, he's decided he's gonna hide in the houses that Chico was being held prisoner in. So now we have to check each of these doors again in order to find the doorknob. And would you look at that? He is in door 3. That is the worst RNG for this mission. What a jerk. What if you're the spy? It's Peace Walker? It's Chico? Dude, you guys are mean. Why would Chico? What basis is Chico? I'm offended you suggested Chico. So we found him again, and he escaped again. I'm just done, dude. Why does he have to keep doing this? I mean, at this point, he's already killed my run. What do you guys think? Should I just let him go? Should I just stop chasing Zadornov and just let him go? Or should I keep chasing him and see if we can make him finally stop running away?
Footsteps.
Drag out the playtime. No? No? You want me to keep going? You want me to make sure it's a doorknob? I have to find the doorknobs? Oh, fine, I'll find them. I'll do it for chat. I will stick this run through and I will find the doorknobs for chat.
Don't move.
So you'll notice that I'm once again at the ridge and the mountains. You've got to find him. It turns out that Zadornov has decided the best place to hide is inside a truck. And I bet you guys can't guess what truck Zadornov has decided to hide in. In fact, I'm so confident that that was straight up sarcasm and you know exactly what truck he's in because it's the same truck. He was like, ooh, you know this truck that had a uranium in it? I'm gonna get in that truck and I'm gonna swap the license plate. But, you watch this. I'll tell you how you know which truck it's him. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. You will never realize this. He hid himself so well from us that you will never in a million years be able to guess which truck he's in.
Somewhere in that area. Find him.
In fact, I guarantee you it's not this one right here. It can't. I'll try anyway. What? He was in the Russian truck? What? Ha! He has to be toying with me, dude. The Russian truck? Why would the Russian get in the Russian truck? Does that make sense to anyone? I'm so confused. What is this game doing to me? It's driving me up. It's putting me on edge, dude. I can't believe it. Alright, hopefully he's another one. He's gone again, guys. 6 times. He is still on the loose. Zadornov is still running. At this point, I'm done playing around. I'm going to make sure Zadornov does not go anywhere. I'm going to hold this guard up because I feel like he's the one who's been doing it. I'm going to shoot that box. I hate boxes. At this point, boxes have just made me mad. I'm going to find a box, and if he's in that box, I'm going to show him who is boss. I am going to destroy him. He's not in that box. Wow. Okay. Look at this guy, dude. Wow. What a guy. What a guy. I bet you he's in this one. Wow. I got him and his friend.
Hey, that was great. Can't wait to see what else
I'm
you
so
can
mad at Doorknob, dude. I'm so mad. Alright. Please. Do not escape again. He couldn't possibly escape again, right? There's no way Zadornov has escaped a third time. Or a 7th time, right? Right? Yo, what's up, Emma? Oh, it's not Zadornov? It's not Zanornov? What is this? What is Zeke battle?
Let's rock.
What is this Zeke? Have you guys heard of Zeke? Apparently, there's something going on with Zeke here. What? What? It's my Metal Gear! How did this happen? What? What? What is going on? My Metal Gear is attacking me! And... pause? Was it pause the whole time? Dude! Pure betrayal! Who would have predicted it? Dude, Paz is so mean. I just wanted to be your friend, dude. Why would you do this to me? So time is gonna be on the final hit of Zeke. I will call it out when it hits. But it also doesn't matter that much because, yeah. So it's probably gonna be either this or the next hit. Yep, so that's time. Check this song out. It's an amazing song, sung by Paz herself. And I warned about being in your underwear earlier. There's a mission where you can date Paz, and because I did that, this is gonna be a little awkward. She may be in her underwear. We're gonna move on from that. So yeah, you saw nothing. That was Peace Walker. That was Peace Walker New Game Plus. Hopefully you enjoyed the run. Thank everyone who was here, who checked it out. I don't have anything to say. Please check out Metal Gear. Join the Discord. Follow me. Follow everyone. We'd really appreciate it. And you all have a great night. On with the marathon. Good luck to the rest of the runners, guys. Take care.
All right, thanks a lot. It's SRGTsilent for this fantastic run of Metal Gear Solid